Hi everyone, good evening. I have been trying to make this video since yesterday. I tried, um, I made a video and then just realized there was some latency in that, and it went so fast and the sound was so fast, and half portion of it did not even get recorded. Then of course twice I tried, thrice I tried, and it did not happen. And then I realized what happens when you have energies all around you, when you have spirits around you, basically entities around you. And entities, by entities I don't mean the bad ones or the evil ones or whichever one. Our electricity gets affected. You must have seen those horror films where lights flicker, and then you have electrical appliances that don't work. You have your phones going off. Like for example, my headphones, I have to keep changing my headphones every now and then. I'll be lucky if it works, because I think they also benefit, the headphone companies. What happens is I cannot use a headphone for more than a month, and I have like so many headphones right now. So what we are trying to understand from here is, when we have spirits around us, when we have our guides around us, when we have entities who try to help us, when you open up to them, they also interfere with the vortex. And what happens is, the electrical appliances, they go for a toss. So we have to take, like even when we do rituals and all that, we have to keep our lights off, we have to keep our fan off, we have to keep all the electricity off basically. So what happens, it does not really work properly, and there might be problems or interferences in your rituals. So it's best that you do any ritual in natural environment. The best is to do it outside. If you don't have a chance to do it outside, if you don't get a chance to go out and do it, like for women of course it's a huge problem to go out and do a ritual on the roadside, but in any case, try to keep your surroundings as natural, as neutral as possible. A lot of people ask me that when to do rituals. Is it better to do rituals at night, or is it better to do it during the day? See, there is no problems really whether you do it in the morning or you do it at night, because time is it's relative. So when it's daytime in whichever place we are in, it could be nighttime somewhere else. So right now we are not really limited to time zones, regions, localities. So we can do a ritual anywhere we are. We don't have to have the mindset of days, apart from the days which is related to either the full moon or the new moon. Now these have higher vibrations in the sense that there are special days where a lot of people are doing things at the same time. So you can create that energy where you can actually get the benefit of a lot of auspiciousness and high vibration. And if anyone who has a different understanding of vibration, it is just the thought form that you're creating. You need to understand vibrations from the thought forms which is getting created in your mind. Like for example, what are you thinking? What is the kind of work that you're trying to do? What is the kind of end result you're trying to get from your work, from the ritual that you're planning? So there are certain things, a lot of people follow astrology, a lot of people follow the time period, tithi, which I do actually. I do follow the time frames, the planetary effects. That's the only thing where I see astrology. Because yes, it has certain influence on the kind of work that we are trying to do. If you are trying to get a certain aspects of some planets, like as in strength, or if you're talking about ruthlessness, I would seek help of Rahu. And if you're looking at emotions, I would try to do it in the hour of the moon. If I'm looking for success or anything like that, I would try to do it in the hour of the sun, or on a Sunday, or when the sun is really bright outside, or on a day when you're really feeling good. You can do a ritual anywhere. The idea is not to really think about anything else but the intent. And if your intentions are correct, you will see everything falls in place. You don't have to try to be perfect in a ritual. You don't have to try to get everything right. Because I think the other day I was discussing with somebody that even the times that I think that I want to incorporate these things into a ritual, and I always see that I've missed out on something. So it's very natural. It's very natural to have a flaw in your ritual. Flaws look beautiful. Have you ever noticed a cut mark on a brow or something like that, or just a mark somewhere, a cut mark somewhere? They are all flaws. These flaws look beautiful, and they are something, it heightens the mistake that you make in any ritual. That mistake becomes the highlight of that ritual, and then you can benefit from there also. You can do a ritual if you are really strong in the mind. You can do a ritual wherever you are. Like when we do Hecate path working, any of my students who've done a Hecate path working, they would know that you become the altar wherever you are. You are the altar. You can create that altar wherever you are. It's just at a switch of a mind, you just think about it, and there you are. You can be in a crowded place and still work on your magic. Because what happens is, you have to keep yourself shielded. You have to have certain amount of shielding done. You have to have your protection. You have to have those layers of protection around you. You have to have that sheath around you that will protect you from other people. If you visit a place, if you go to a very crowded place like a hospital, or like a school, or like a shopping mall and things like that, if anyone is very vulnerable, if anyone's energy path is clear, then you would know that it affects you. And the idea is to eat something then and there. We also say whenever you perform a ritual anywhere, whether it's in form of spell casting, or in form of full-blown ritual, or even some tidbits that you do, it's always important to snap out of that particular momentum and to eat something. The moment your digestive system starts working, that means you are getting away from your energy, the energy that you created. That is why we say you should not really have a full stomach when you are doing a ritual. It's very important to keep a gap between food. Like I try to keep a lot of gap in my eating, and you might call it an intermittent fasting or whatever, but it actually works wonderful with your energy. If you're trying to keep yourself clean inside, keep the least of your functions happening inside your body, because the digestive system is a huge thing. It kind of fires up everything inside you. So if you're not making it work, what happens is you absolutely have the focus and the intent and the ritual, whatever you're trying to get the outcome, you have it in your mind absolutely, so very clearly. So nothing else is working. It's just your energy which is working. It is just your thought form that is working, and then you're creating one after the other. It's 90% or 100% chance that your ritual would work if you're on an empty stomach. The same thing that we say during yoga, just before yoga, we try to keep you empty in the stomach. Why do we say that? Not because of anything else, but of course yoga is a union. We are trying to create an energy flow inside the body. The energy flow happens perfectly when your digestive system is not working at the same time. So a lot of people, I get questions about how to do a ritual, what to do with the remains of the ritual, and the leftovers of the ritual, or what to do with the ashes, what to do with the smoke and the ashes of the smoke. A lot of people have this problem of removing these material, or what to do about that, where to keep that, or disposing them off, how to dispose them off. Once you have done a ritual already, once you have used up something already, the energy of that is already taken away. Okay, so you don't have to worry about where you have to place them. All you need to do is you need to have a mental prayer, or a mental affirmation, or a mental statement that would actually clear your intent. Something like, just like that the intention of placing the things or the ritual items for that particular ritual, you need to clear it off and tell your deities that now that they have accepted whatever you have offered, you're taking it away from there and disposing it. You can dispose it even in the garbage bin, because at that point of time there is a complete disconnect with the product and the spirit. So you need not worry where it's going, because everything is actually going to the same place. We all come from dirt, we are going to go to dirt. So don't worry about where your ritual things are going. What you need to worry about is the clarity of your mind. Whatever small rituals you do, even if it's a simple candle magic, please make sure that you don't have a cluttered up mind, you don't have a cluttered up place, you don't have a cluttered up life. Start organizing your life in a different way. Put your priorities in place. Make sure your priorities are set. Make sure you're in alignment with the priorities and the result that you're looking at. Because if you don't have it all segregated, you're not going to find out the good result. What happens is, if we have a real cluttered up drawer, it takes hours for us to find out something. But if you know everything has its place and everything in its place, and then you know that things are organized. So it is, even in a practitioner's mind or in a practitioner's life, it's very important to keep yourself well aligned, with least of distractions, and so that whatever we are trying to achieve, we can achieve it in the best possible way, in the fastest possible way, and with a lot of finesse. Just put that finesse in your work. It's very important that we have finesse in the rituals that we do. Do things in style, do things in a nicer way, keep the clutter out, and try to organize your mind. Let's organize the mind first. Let's put 5 of our priorities first. What are we trying to work on? And get them set. Once that is set, you'll know exactly what you want to achieve, and then you'll know, if you open up yourself to the spirit world, you'll exactly know how to achieve that, because everything is going to fall into place. You'll meet the right people, you'll have the right visions, you'll have the right occasion, you'll have the right date, you'll have the right money, you'll have everything. So as a lot of people say that I don't have the money to do it, really you don't have to have the money to actually think about the end result. So if you have a good plan, the money comes to you. I have never seen any situation where somebody is planning to do something and the entire plan is ready, like really ready, in the sense, in a clear vision, then money doesn't come. It always arrives in the right time. Everything arises in the right time. Like we say, when the seeker is ready, the teacher appears. So when the plan is ready, the rest of it will appear. You need not worry about anything, because everything is just going to be right. We are not perfect, but somebody who created us definitely is perfect, and we are a part of his creation. So the very fact that we are born here is to reach that perfection. So you can really work on yourself to get to that perfection, and that is why we are born. You have to keep trying till the time you get it. And by the time you get it, and when you actually get it, you'll see you're living in a flow, and then you will not be resisting your growth anymore. So you'll see how everything falls into place. If you have questions, if you have any doubts, please mail me. I try to reply to the mails, but it's definite. A lot of people just want a consultation, but let me tell you, a consultation with me is not going to help you unless you know exactly what you want in your life. Because if your plans are not clear, just talking to me is not going to get you clear. So if you have things to be done, if you want help with that, if you want help in any kind of ritual work that you're planning to do and how to do that, I can help you with that. I can assist you with that. But one main important thing is, try and open up yourself without doubts, because with doubts, rituals don't work. If you have faith, if you have trust, everything works. And trust me, it'll all fall into place. Thank you for watching. And I know a lot of you keep waiting for my videos, and I'm so sorry that I can't really make the videos that often, but I will try from now on that I can. I know I promise you every time, but sometimes what happens is it becomes very difficult for me to schedule my work and the rituals and my study and my writing and everything else put together. But surely I will try, and I'll try and make the most of it. Do write to me, and I'll surely reply back to you. Thank you.